I'm raised in New York City. Number one thing about me is I write music, I make music, I tell stories that usually center social justice work.
Humans are made up of a variety of different cell types. What has fascinated me about developmental biology is that we have trillions and trillions of cells, and those all come from one cell.
I realized that conventional politics was not the place that I wanted to invest my interest in. So I decided to really think critically about communities that are at the face of some of the worst environmental injustices.
I was a dual major in engineering and political science. I did a stint working for the United Nations in Malawi and decided I wanted to get more involved in sort of refugee issues. So that's what led me to law school.
When I came to Swarthmore, I thought I was going to be a classics major. And then I discovered my love for economics, and going deep in it like I did in the honors program, it changed what I wanted to do forever.
It's pretty remarkable when you think about the people that have come through the honors program, Nobel Prize winners, and people who have changed the course of science, changed the way we think about different problems in our country and globally.
I like that.
Swarthmore has a rich history of distinctive traditions. Prominent among them is the honors program. It reflects our mission to empower students to make substantive change in the world. Since Swarthmore President Frank Adelot introduced the program in 1922, it has offered students an experience unlike anything else in American undergraduate education.
I've never seen another honors program like it. Those who participate in it, for those students, it is transformative.
My different honors seminars really helped me think about how to dive deeply into a given topic and into a given subject.
Talking about topics with your friends who are all in this class together, you get to see topics from a number of different angles in a deep way.
There's something sort of timeless and universal about small groups of people engaging with scholarship and thinking about kind of big ideas.
What is it wanting to do with Boston City Council?
Yeah, so they have this really...
Tyler increasingly realized that his real passion was environmental studies, environmental justice, climate change.
I began to see more critically how power and the idea of who gets what where is actually concretized and spatialized and materialized in people's lives. We were in the march and then we're canvassing.
We're dealing with the intersecting realities of our times, so we have to be very present and forward-thinking.
Okay.
As you can see here, this is the script for Return.
Fuad's honors work was called Return, a punk rock musical, and it is right in Fuad's wheelhouse. So this is a different demo than the combining music, narrative, and social justice and cultural identity.
It's hard to see what kind of an artist you want to be if you're not given the resources to make the art that you're interested in making.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah. I like to think of music and theater and any art form as the vision of the world that we can't see today. You can help people see humanity. You can help people step into other people's shoes.
If you go and look at the video, that one does divide.
Where's the cell in this one?
Cameron was interested in the most fundamental line of inquiry in our lab, how cells process information. So it's investigative, exploratory, authentic research.
I begin my experiment early in the morning, where I go in and I fertilize eggs. During the fertilization process, I actually put a very specific strand of DNA in their cells. It produces a receptor, which is what I'm looking at. The original version was clearly one centimeter.
My job is to kind of show them the map. Then I really leave it up to them, which region of the map they want to explore.
Having the space with Tyler that was provided by the honors program really made it that energizing and motivating opportunity.
It's really gratifying from my point of view because I get to just fully sign on to their project and believe in it and support it.
I tell all my students that I believe that honors is a quintessential experience.
Who wasn't a senior.
It strengthens their knowledge.
And I know I had mine.
But I think it also strengthens them as individuals.
I wrote the music that was performed, the lyrics that music was set to, and then also the script, all the dialogue elements of the show, the dramaturgical structure.
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. As a young black boy from Portland, Oregon, I did not think that I'd be at Swarthmore doing the honors program. Swarthmore's ability to provide a space so individualized, so personalized, is a profound opportunity and something that we should continue.
One of the main things that drove me to come to this school was the honors program. I think the honors program allows faculty to not only work with students, but as peers, and to be equals in research.
Did anybody want to share?
We invite scholars and artists from outside of this institution to look at what we're doing with our students. That is always my favorite part, being with the examiners and then hearing their feedback on our students.
Bringing in outside visitors that are professionals in what they do is invaluable. What better way than to be judged by professionals themselves? I think that's brilliant.
After going through the oral exam with them, I have to remind myself that these are just undergraduates, because the sophistication of their ideas, the creativity of their problem solving is incredibly advanced. It's enormously impressive.
I was thinking, when you get to your senior year in college, part of you is just like, what do I need to do to get out of here?
I just don't know.
The honors thesis is asking a different question, which is, if I really marshal all the resources of everything I've learned and pushed myself to kind of take a leap, where could I leap?
We bring in leaders in our fields from all over the country, all over the world.
It includes pop and punk.
That is such a wonderful opportunity for our students to interact with, oftentimes, some of the people they look up to in these fields.
It's really not an exam in the typical sense. The rest of the cytoplasmic tail. It is a conversation between two people that are both very passionate about this field of science.
I have 3 hours to engage intellectually around these ideas, and then I have the opportunity to sit with him and have a conversation about the exam that existed within the borders of their sovereign. And that's the thing that I'm the most excited about. Indigenous.
I remember a physician that the college had brought in from Johns Hopkins. Hearing from him the depth of knowledge that he had about the topic at hand and about my little undergraduate thesis was pretty remarkable. It helped me think, how can I be like that in 20, 30 years?
Cameron was writing up her honors thesis, and she'd done this analysis that I hadn't thought about before. And she actually got a new insight into her data from that we would have totally missed. So she nailed it. In the seminar, there were like 4.
You are both researching and discovering together.
Knowing them well enough to kind of...
You create your experiment, you create your project. The ultimate hope from that thesis is that we will be publishing a manuscript in a journal in a year or two.
The cool thing about the honors program is being able to go back and look at, well, what did I do over a whole semester? The things that excite me, that make me question them.
Just to get to work with these brilliant, passionate, committed students. It's just a wonderful bonding experience, and I stay in touch with many students who've participated in this program.
It means the world to any artist to have your work realized at a professional level, and especially for this work. That wouldn't have been possible without the honors program support.
I talked to some of the students who were involved. It gave other students a really meaningful and valuable experience that they'll take away and remember for the rest of their lives.
Having honors at Swarthmore doesn't just affect the faculty and students who are doing honors together.
You'll have something to look forward to.
It raises all ships.
I am delighted to celebrate Swarthmore's 100-year commitment to the honors program. It has adapted over the years, and its value endures.
It was access to the seminar format with the faculty members I really liked and respected.
It changed something in me that I have been able to use for the rest of my career.
Being around that level of thinking allowed me to grow and to develop into the person I am today.
The honors support has given me hope that I do have a future in the field that I want to pursue.
It has really just allowed me to understand how I want to shape my life going forward.
It is challenging, but very gratifying and very satisfying.
I'm remembering walking out on Parish Beach after my last honors final. And a couple of my friends were sitting there, it was a beautiful spring day. And they were like, haha, we've been doing this for a week. And I said, I don't care. I feel so fulfilled right now. It was worth it.
I don't think President Adelot might have expected a rock musical, but I'm so grateful that Swarthmore's honors program was always 100% on board with providing us whatever we needed.
The identity of Swarthmore is kind of encapsulated by the honors program, and hopefully by the diversity of students that come through that program.
There's nothing the world needs more than for us to invest in young artists and young scholars in this way. This is how you make the next generation of great thinkers and artists.
Thank you.